Hey guys, it's Shane back again on WD18. This time I'm just going to do a quick video reacting to some transfer news and to some general Watford news that's broken within the last couple of days or so. The first bit of news is regarding Gerard Deulofeu. As I'm sure a lot of fans will know, he was injured towards the back end of last season and was a big miss for us, but it looks like he's going to be an even bigger miss for us. As a lot of sources have now been confirming that he will have to undergo surgery on the injury that he sustained last season, which means he will be out for another 10 weeks or so. Our injury luck just, again, the season's not even bloody started and already we have an injury to a key player. Now for me, Deulofeu is crucial. After the boy from Brazil left out the back door earlier on this month, I see Deulofeu as a key attacking component. In fact, I think he's probably one of our best attacking players in this team. Now, of course, there are other players that can come in there as well. You've got Adalberto Peñaranda, but again, he's injured. Not sure as well as to how and where he'll fit into this team. Ken Sema as well, as I think by trade he's actually a left-sided midfielder, but could he do a job on the right-hand side? That remains to be seen. Isaac's successors had a big pre-season, really stepped up, been hitting the gym. Signs look good by way of actual replacements. It's just very disappointing because Deulofeu for me is just another level. It's what we have at the moment. I think my preferred, way of maybe attacking that would be to maybe start our new signing Mark Navarro at right back and push Kiko Femenia further forward in that right side of midfield role, a role that I thought he really flourished in at times last season. Speaking of Kiko, we've not actually seen very much of him during this pre-season. That's because his wife has actually given birth and he's been on paternity leave. No news yet as to when he'll be back. I imagine he'll probably be back for the Brighton game, and not sure whether or not he'll have any minutes against Sampdoria. And by way of the rest of the squad, really, I'd look at players like Doucouré Chalobah. Hopefully they get some game time against Sampdoria. It'd be great to see them at Vicarage Road on Saturday for what is an important game, the Graham Taylor match day, for reasons other than football. And now we move on to the transfer news. And the transfer news that I think has divided quite a lot of our fans over the last 24 hours or so. For those that don't know, a £15 million bid has been launched by Cardiff City for our captain, Troy Deeney. Now, this has been really interesting for me because I've been very conflicted with this. On the one hand, I see the £15 million, and I'll get onto some potential transfer rumours in just a minute, but just to cover things off from a Watford perspective, I guess, £15 million I think is a brilliant offer. There have been conflicting things I think about Troy. I think the first thing I've heard is that the club are willing to let him go for 10 million. On the other side of that, Scott Duxbury came out in the fans forum and was very vocal about Troy and said, we're very committed to maintaining this long-term relationship with him, and he's also very committed to that, and he's part of the DNA of this football club, so you really don't know which source to trust. I think the timing of this as well is very interesting. It's coming. We are literally around about a week or so now away from the transfer window closing. When Troy Deeney leaves, because it will happen at some point, whether he retires, whether he moves on, whatever. When Troy Deeney leaves, we need to sign a marquee striker. It needs to be a big striker, someone who can go out there and can get the goals. Before this Troy Deeney rumour came along, I said, as a lot of fans have said, we need to sign another striker. So in my mind, right now, with this bid for Troy, we need to sign two strikers. We have been linked to two strikers in the media. Divock Origi from Liverpool has been linked on a loan move. Liverpool want, I think, about 26 million for him on a permanent. Not for 26 million on a permanent. I wouldn't take Origi for that. A loan move I would very much welcome. He could be a good addition for us. My personal preference, however, if we're talking about strikers, would have been someone like Danny Ings. But Origi, I think, is better than nothing, and I think he really could flourish for us. But the big signing, the big marquee signing, that finally, praise the Lord, someone has actually listened. Michy Batshuayi has been linked to a move to Watford. Now, Valencia are also coming in for him. So the chances of him signing for Watford are slim. But Michy Batshuayi is the kind of player we need to be targeting. We have made a big financial gain selling Richarlison for 40 million plus. He's gone. He's out the door. Bye-bye. Good riddance. God bless. Whatever. He's gone. We need to reinvest that money. We have to do it. We have got to do it. If Troy Deeney wants to go, if he says, do you know what, guys? My time at Watford's coming to an end now. I love the fans. I love the club. I'll always remember this football club. Fine. He can go for 15 mil. Sad as it will be for me, as a big Troy fan, and people will know I've backed him for ages. Last season, my loyalty towards Troy was hugely tested because of his on-the-field antics and his actually pretty diabolical goal-scoring record. Only 2 goals from open players, if we needed reminding of that. But for me, if he has to go, we need to sign 2 strikers. You put Troy Deeney to one side for a minute. You've got Andre Gray, you've got Stefano Akaka. Potentially you've got Peñaranda in there, but he could play out on the wing. And also you've got Belgium's finest, Odiolare. 3 strikers that really don't fill me with very much confidence at all. Akaka is a lump. He should have gone ages ago. I can't believe I'm doing this video on the 31st of July and Stefano Akaka is still a Watford player. That is how shocked I am by that. He should have pissed off ages ago. Andre Gray, for me, he's had a great pre-season. This is the season now for Andre. He's had a good pre-season. He's looked sharp. He's looked fit. He's looked willing to run. He's been willing to make those runs. He's been scoring the bloody goals. He needs to have a fucking huge season. He needs to step up. To make it very simple, if we get those 2 players in, Origi, Batshuayi, we'd be linked to Paco Alcacer from Barcelona as well. That is dependent on other deals going his way for him to potentially reopen talks with Watford. Those 3 players, Origi, Alcacer and Batshuayi, are the kind of players we need to be attracting to this football club. We sign 2 of those players, Troy can go. For me, Troy can go. Until that happens, until we are linked and we bring in those players, until that moment, we do not, under any circumstances, sell Troy Deeney. We do not, I'll repeat this again, we do not, under any circumstances, sell Troy Deeney until we have 2 proven strikers coming into this club. It is as simple as that. It is as simple as that. But the problem is at the moment is we've been linked to certain players, but it's whether or not Watford actually are going to go off and try and get them. It's whether or not we have the appetite to go off and sign a certain calibre of player. And for me right now, I just don't think we do. I just don't think we do. I think the Pozzos are very happy. I think Giraldi is very happy to sit on that money and to not reinvest it. We've got the money, let's just reinvest it. Season, as I say, starts on Saturday. We will be at the Graham Taylor match day, giving you guys a lot of coverage as well. We'll also have a pre-season review and a preview of the new season ahead as well. So don't forget to like this video, and I'll see you next time.